Hey.
Hello.
Hey,
Uh,
welcome to Brown Skin Chit Chat. I got my girls Shalita and Casey here.
Woo
Hey,
woo.
girl.
Hey.
And so today, this is a couple days before Thanksgiving, and we thought we'd pop on and talk about the topic what we're thankful for. This is that time of year, time of season, but I encourage us to um, remind ourselves to be thankful every day for all of our blessings and all that God has bestowed upon us. For me, I'm grateful. I am thankful for my family. And I know people say that and they're like, I'm thankful for my family. But I really am because, when you drive down the street and you look, kind of around you, you see people that are, in shelters or, they, don't have homes or they're living on the streets or whatever the case is. And, I always think about their family. They came from someone. They came from a community, a mom, a dad, a sister, brother, cousins, and that type of thing. And so I'm grateful that I have family, that I have people that, look out for me and care for me. Family doesn't just mean blood. These are my two sisters. We have been friends for a long time, but they are like my sisters. So I'm grateful for my family. I am grateful for my children. I'm grateful for the lessons they teach me every day. I am so grateful and honored to be their mom. I believe it is divine intervention, how God made it all happen. I just knew that those babies were supposed to be, my babies.
Mm.
And so I'm grateful to be their mom. I'm grateful that I have a good relationship with them, that they feel comfortable. They could talk to me. I can talk to them. I'm changing the dynamic of what it looks like to have children, I think, in our family because, I grew up in a day and age where, children were seen and not heard. You couldn't ask the question why. That was, grounds for getting in trouble or getting a whooping. You never could do that. But I think respectfully, I've learned that, you have to get to that point where I'm curious. I want to know how my children feel and I want to know what are what's bothering them, what makes them happy and what makes them sad and those type of things. And I want to stay connected with them and I don't want to wait until they're grown ups and then try and cultivate that type of relationship with them. So I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for being housed and having a roof over my head and being able to walk into, the refrigerator and grab something to eat, sometimes a little too much. There's that. I am grateful for my health. I'm grateful for having a means to earn money and provide for my family. I'm grateful for health care. You know, I'm grateful for all those things that when you look around the world, there's somebody, I always say this, like, your worst day, somebody is praying for, somebody is asking for a job and you're complaining about your job. Someone
Mhm.
is begging for, please, I just need a job. I just need this or, you know, and I used to be one of those women that, people I would hear, people talk about their kids and complain about their kids, and I'm like, "Oh, this boy won't stop calling my name. He just keeps calling my name." Like, "Oh, I used to just pray for, someone to call me mommy."
Uh,
Um, and so no, it's just one of those things that, you just kind of be thankful in the moment for the moment. Um, you know, I'm grateful for memories. I'm grateful for as I come across, another year without my mom. I'm grateful for happy memories. I'm grateful for, I feel like the relationship I have with her has even grown and hasn't severed. You know, but she visits me in my dreams. I feel her with me. I feel her spirit with me. I feel her with me everywhere I go. And so even though she's not here and I can't lay my head on her lap, or her shoulder or hold her hand, I feel her with me, and I'm grateful that I could feel her with me, even in the midst of the loss. So those are the things I'm grateful for.
I love it.
Beautiful,
That was a lot of things.
beautiful.
Long-winded.
No, no, that was good. I'm grateful for my drawers, my socks, my underwear. No.
That's right. My two big toes.
Okay, hello. Somebody don't have both of them, okay?
Mhm.
I'm trying to be grateful for these rolls, but I ain't there yet.
Grateful for extra skin to keep you warm during the winter
The
time.
winner,
I'm good though. I got a blanket. I don't need all the rolls.
right?
Right, right, exactly. Casey, you want me to go or you go? What we doing?
Mine's short. I'll go real quick.
No,
I
you
was
said real quick.
real quick. What I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for you too. You're a big part of my journey, and I feel super blessed and honored to have you in my life. And I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I always
Mm.
wished for a sister, but I got two. I got two. I got more, but I'm really grateful for you too. You guys know how much
You have a whole
you mean to me. Right, right. I'm just sitting here and I just realized I'm grateful for the breath that I'm able to take every day.
mm,
I'm grateful that I have
amen.
people that show up when I'm in my darkness. I'm grateful that I'm realizing the peace that I have. I just have to
Mm,
sometimes be reminded not to absorb chaos. I'm grateful for that. Um,
mhm, mm,
I'm grateful
mhm,
for, when I say the breath, I mean being able to really inhale now and exhale. I may have to be reminded. I'm grateful for the reminder, if that makes sense to somebody. Sometimes we have to be
Yeah.
grateful for the struggle to make us the women or
mm,
the people we are. So I'm grateful for all the tests, the trials, the tribulations. You can either take life and to say, woe is me, and legitimately
mhm,
have an excuse to fail. We all do. But I'm grateful
mhm,
that that's not in me. Does that make sense? I'm
Mm.
grateful that I have
mm,
the I can smile right now because I
mm.
didn't have to fight.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's always something to be grateful for. You just gotta like my sisters say, let go and be grateful. So
Just
thank you.
let
I
go.
love you guys.
Let
I'm done.
Oh, I love you.
We love.
I love that though. I think a lot of gratefulness or sadness or whatever comes from realizing that you either look at things two different ways, right? Your glass is either half full or half empty. I am a glass half full because at the end of the day, my cup may be empty sometimes, but trying to fill it up as much as I can with little bit of things is very helpful to me. Just like you all, I'm grateful for my family, my friends, my sister, you all. I always used to run around and say, I am blessed and highly favored. And I am because I can't complain about much. I mean, there have been some struggles and some challenges through my life, but through it all, I'm still blessed and grateful despite the ups and downs. I'm thankful for, I was just going through my pictures, getting rid of some of the folders and trash and stuff. And when I was going through a lot of them were just memories, right? Memories of us at Pismo Beach or memories of us, going on my birthday trip to Mexico and just the smiles on everybody's face and the memories. And I think for me, I'm so grateful and thankful for the times because that's really important to me. Like when you really go through your Rolodex of pictures and you see the smiles and you see the memories, I'm just so blessed and thankful to have them. Even looking at them, when I look at them and my children are smiling. And I remember we're just doing something simple like playing cards or karaoke, the simple things are really the things that you got me crying. Really what I'm thankful for in life in general, and so I just want to encourage everybody, during this Thanksgiving things. things don't look as grateful as they used to be back in the day because, back in the day when I was growing up, things are a little bit differently. We would sit down, have Thanksgiving, everybody go around the table, say how thankful we are because of the family dynamics nowadays. People are kind of isolated to their own families. And for me, I wish we would get back to, getting to a community family based um, situation because I think that would extend a little bit more gratefulness for me coming up the next years.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like we have something came up on my phone today. Uh it was the first time Jeffrey and Winter, my children, were on an airplane and they were little. They were 2. I think Winter was 2, so Jeffrey was 3. And so we were getting on an airplane and just hearing their little voices. It was so funny. It was like, "Winter, where are we going today?" And she was like, "On a rocket ship." And so you look at those pictures and the videos, and that's why I do take a lot of pictures and I take a lot of videos and things like that. So then I can go back and
Mhm.
remind myself the thing that you're dealing with right now that seems so overwhelming, that seems so just all encompassing of all your energy and your time and all of that. Well, it started from something,
Mm,
and so it's really not that bad. And so I think I'm more focused on creating memories than
mhm.
things. I
Yeah.
asked my son the other day, his birthday's actually on Thanksgiving this year. So I was like, oh, how are we gonna do? I guess we doing birthday cake and turkey. Um,
Hey, that's
you
it.
know, that's it. So I asked him, I said, "Do you even remember what you got for your birthday last year? Like, what gift did you get?" And he couldn't tell me. And I said, "Do you remember what you got for Christmas?" He's like, "Oh, I got a bike." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I bring that up because they can tell you play by play the first time they went to Mexico. They can tell you when they went with their cousins to this thing or this event, or they remember the memories. They don't
Mhm.
remember the
Right.
half the
Mhm.
time they get
Mhm.
stuff, a
Yep.
week or 2 later, they can't find it, it's broke, or whatever the case is. So I am focused on really creating memories.
Mhm.
And so, Shalita, when you say like, we have lost community
Mhm.
amongst ourselves, right? It used to be the holidays where, I would go from one house to the other house to the other house to the other
Uh,
house, or whatever, right? And so it was like we would leave early in the morning and you was just going to houses, eating and
yep.
fellowshipping with everybody, and if I didn't see you at this house, I was going to see you at the other house, or whatever. And so we just don't do that. And I think we have to be intentional about creating those memories, creating the pictures,
Mhm.
doing those things and not make it about, oh, well, I have to bring a gift or I have to do it's not even
Right.
about that. It's just about we're gonna play a game, bring a game,
Right.
and it's a
Simple.
game you made up, I think that's important.
Simplicity, I think, is what we need to
Yeah.
go. But really grateful, and even through this time and the time that we're in right now, where things are such a struggle with there's so many wars going on, and people having mental illness and stresses and suicides and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
important to just and on sometimes just the little stuff,
Yeah,
and thankful I have a roof over my head, like you said, where some people don't. So I just try to hone in on the things that I have versus the things that I don't have and thankful for where I'm at right now. Do I want to be in
right.
a better place and have this abundance of money to do anything and everything? Yeah. But at the end of the day, does ultimate money make somebody happy? No. You've seen people who have money and are still unhappy. At the end day, it's one of those things where you have to find the little bitty joys that make you happy and do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
I agree. I mean, I think that there it goes, menopause brain, it's gone. Forgot what I was gonna say.
Going through menopause with my sister.
Welcome to the
Girl, the
welcome to menopause. Welcome
struggle
to the
is
change.
real.
Yeah, I don't
Live
know. It'll come back. Maybe it won't. I
Maybe
don't
it
know.
won't.
Am I grateful for menopause? Hell no, I'm not grateful for menopause. Am I grateful I don't have a cycle anymore? Sure. But the offset of the other stuff, I want my head back. Please. This is my brain.
If you know, you know.
Listen, I don't even know what I was about to say.
It's
Oh,
okay.
now I do. It came. See, here we go. Here we
Oh,
go. It came
Jesus.
back. Yes. And I'm not editing this out, by the way. Um,
Love it.
uh, no, I was thinking about what you're saying as far as like what you're passing on to your kids, and it made me think about the legacy that you're passing on to them. I think, what's different from back in the day, I feel like now is that, and I'm guilty of it. I think that and this is going to sound weird coming out, we parent too hands on.
Mm.
You know,
Yep.
So it's like I'm helicopter mom. Like, I can't let you do things on your own. You don't figure it out on your own. Someone's always there to protect you. Hell, I was 5, walking home, putting the key
Exactly.
in the house, getting in the
By
house,
yourself.
from where somehow, I wasn't 5, but I was like first or second grade. Like, I was young,
Hmm.
walking home, getting off the bus, getting in the house, calling somebody to tell my mom that I, made it home from school, knew I had to do my homework, knew I had to, and then as you got older, I had to start dinner and all those things. And so we raised ourselves. Right?
Hmm.
Like, we raised ourselves. Our parents let us go outside. We didn't have no cell phones. We didn't have a tracker. We didn't have the other thing. It was just like, go out there and act like you got some sense. Okay.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Don't come back in here acting
Be in
crazy.
before the street lights go.
You knew what you could and could not do. I think we hands on too much, and these kids do
Mhm.
not know how to operate without us. So what's the legacy that I'm teaching them is that, well, someone's always going to be there to protect you, and someone's always going to be there to tell you what to do. And then when you get outside in that world, you're going to be looking for somebody to tell you what to do. You're going to be
Mhm.
looking for your boss to tell you what to do. That's why half the people that you work with, they can't do nothing without you giving them a step-by-step instruction. You are going to be looking for your spouse to tell you what to do. You're going to be looking for your family still be there to rescue you and save you, and everyone's going to have a cushion around you. And when they don't, then there's
Mm.
something wrong with them and not with you. And for me, the legacy, the best thing I can do is, like my mother used to say, one day I'm not going to be here, and you're going to have to figure out how to operate this world on your own. Do I just cradle you and just hold you back from experiencing things? No, I got to let you make
Mhm.
some good and bad decisions and learn
That's
how to
right.
work from those. And so, when it comes to finances, what's the legacy that I'm teaching you with your finances? Kids don't know money. They don't know paper money. They just see you take your phone and you put it up to the thing at the store, and you push a button, and somehow some get paid. They don't know all the other stuff. They see you do it with the card or whatever. They don't know anything. My son and I were having a discussion the other day about credit cards, And so what are you teaching them? What are you teaching them? What are they going to walk away from the relationship you have with them knowing?
Mm.
Right.
I think legacy is really important. And when it comes to the holidays and the interaction with family, whether it's blood or not, they have to be a better example.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally
things
agree.
have changed. Our parenting has to change. And like you said, letting them go a little bit, experiencing stuff, making decisions, whether they're right or wrong. Even with my kids, when they make bad decisions, I was like, it's not bad or wrong. It's just some decisions are good, some decisions are not so good. You learn from both
Mhm.
of them. And then you have to pivot, even in the good times. Okay, let's pivot. How can we make things better? Or if it's wrong, how can I correct it to make it right? So
Yeah.
anything that they do is not a bad decision. It's just that there are better choices to make. And so that's one of
Oh,
the things
yeah.
still in that. And even legacy wise, at the end of the day, ultimately for me, it's probably just simple. Treat each other as you would want to be treated.
Mm.
This world can be so hard. And going along with that philosophy, I treat people how I want to be treated, and that's just as simple as that. And I hope my kids, get some of that into their life. If I've left anything, is to just treat each other as you want to be treated. Treat each other kindly. There are going to be some bad people in this world, and you have to learn how to defend yourself multiple ways.
Yeah.
But, that's mainly the thing I wanna leave too, for legacy purposes.
Not your case.
Yeah. Legacy purposes, I would want people to remember me for my authenticity, my heart, um, and just being a good human. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Yeah.
Mm,
loving people in spite of. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? You just
Yep.
we forget to do things out of love in this day and time. I can hear my grandfather say, don't be so quick to scold somebody and tell them you just, you're messing up, da 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 da. I get it now. Do things out of a place of love and you'll
Mm,
get more out of that person than scolding them or everything doesn't have to be, you know, sometimes it is soft, sometimes
mm,
it's quiet, sometimes it's nothing at all, but just sitting in a room with someone to
mm.
leave your legacy.
Yeah.
When all the glitz and glamour are
That's
gone,
right.
everybody wants to be there when, the baby's born, isn't a brand new baby? But people forget, for example, with new moms, I'm just going to use this example because it happened to me. Oh, you got a baby, everybody kissing and loving on the baby, but they forget to love on the mom. They forget to show up,
Yep,
when the
facts.
newness then wore off, you know. I wanna leave
Right.
my
Mm,
legacy to be there for people when they really need you, not for just show,
I
I
love
wanna quietly
right.
be a Shalita and Dave.
Mhm.
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 When
I
Mm.
the
Mhm.
I
unspoken
love that.
things, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
really what I think is important when leaving a legacy behind because, people don't really realize
Yeah,
when you're dead and gone. Only the immediate people will
Mm.
remember you if you don't stand up. If you don't
that's
stand
right.
up and
Right.
speak truth
That's
and
right.
do things like my grandfather said from a place of love, what are you doing? Think about it. Done.
That's right. That's right.
It's simple.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
That is so true. Well, any parting words for our viewers?
yeah,
Thanksgiving
happy
wishes.
Thanksgiving. No.
Yes.
Happy
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 Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Mhm.
Thanksgiving.
Don't be
Yes.
talking about
Yeah.
And
don't be talking about that
Grateful.
turkey your niece made for the first time. Eat it. Be grateful. Be grateful you got a burnt turkey. That they left the
do
stuffing
it,
and,
okay?
they didn't take the gizzards out. Don't talk about them. Just from a place of love, enjoy the turkey.
That's right. That's right. Right. Take your time.
Look, and
Comes and my life just eating.
yes. Yeah, listen, and for all you that are cooking for the first time, this is not the time to experiment, okay? Don't start experiment. Oh, I saw this recipe on TikTok and
Yeah.
I've been want that the day after Thanksgiving, but not on Thanksgiving. We're not experimenting that. You go to the that's when you go to your grandmama and your mama and your aunties and whoever and get the recipe and make and either fix it with them. So that means you got to go over to their house, get all the stuff so you fix it with them, or you make sure that you have their recipe. So you follow their recipe. This
Right.
is not the time to substitute things in recipe. Okay. If it call for nutmeg,
Use
use
the nutmeg.
nutmeg. Don't start using no brown. I'm gonna use brown sugar and cinnamon instead.
Mhm.
No, 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 no. This is not the time to do that.
Or trying to make a healthier version of it. Just stop. Cut it out
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can be on a diet the day after.
Yeah.
afterward.
We want the fat and the grease. Thank you. All the stuff with it. Yes. Well, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I hope everyone has a safe and healthy holiday wherever you're traveling, wherever you're going to, whoever you're with. And just remember, there may be somebody in your community that may not have anyone, check on them. Check on your neighbors. We were over at my dad's house today, and so we're checking on our neighbor who's over 90 years
Wow.
old, and she lives with herself.
I
And so, you just don't know. We're taking her some food or whatever. You just don't know what people are going through in their situations. Whatever it looks like on the outside may not necessarily be what's going on the inside. So be good neighbors, be good people in your community. Check on people. They are struggling. Someone is experiencing the first holiday without a loved one. Someone may be experiencing a holiday with a sick loved one. There's,
Mhm.
all those things. So we're praying for you all.
Yeah.
And we're wishing you the best for the holidays, but be a good pillar in your community and check on each other and love on each other. 'Cause you only
Yeah.
got one life.
Yep.
Got
That's
one
it.
life. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.